Kibo, Gonta, Kaito, and Maki. At least one of them is gonna survive, right? Right? Hello, welcome back to P-Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and, we got a problem here. So let's investigate the body. Miu's hands are clasped around her neck, as if she were gasping for air. Her eyes are wide open in panic. She must have suffered quite a bit. Ew, that is one grody face. Miu must have suffered a lot. A vulgar death fit for a vulgar bitch. Stop, Kokichi. Even if you're joking, that's too far. You're right. You should never speak ill of the dead, no matter how much you hated them. Even if she was a despised, pathetic, dirty cum toilet of a person. I suppose I'll never get Kokichi to change. But what's Miu's cause of death? It doesn't say in the Monokuma file.
May I? I wanted to let you know just in case it turns out to be a clue. I was the first one to log out and find Miu's body. She was still wearing the helmet, and her body was contorting into this awful position. Maki logged out after I did, and she helped me take Miu's helmet off. And then, she was gone.
Is that a confession?
How is that a confession?
Anyway, the question is the cause of death. What caused her to suffer like this? You know, I don't think she was killed from outside the game. I think she was strangled in the game, and because the game was telling her that she couldn't breathe, she just stopped breathing. Even though nobody was, even though she wasn't physically being strangled, she was still receiving the sensation that she was. Yeah, I don't know. Your mind makes it real. This is the device we wore on our heads to enter the virtual world. Some helmets still have their cords plugged in, others have them removed. I'm positive that they were unplugged after logging out. That's it. The cords. We were supposed to plug the two cords from the computer into our helmets. The red for consciousness, the blue for memory. If you got those mixed up...
Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords?
I don't know. Never done that before. Probably gets all glitchy or something. Maybe you'll become a vegetable. Maybe you'll body swap with someone. Who knows? A glitch.
Mommy.
I never thought Miu would be killed. When I saw her avatar there, not moving, I thought maybe, but... That's right. You saw that Miu's avatar in the virtual world had stopped moving. Me, Kibo, and Maki all found her avatar. Can you tell me more about that? Any details? We were looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel. Miu was too, right? No. Miu volunteered to look around the outside of the chapel, so she wasn't with us. Miu volunteered to look outside? We searched, but we couldn't find anything. Then, right when we were starting to get tired, all of a sudden, we heard a really loud sound outside. That must be the sound I heard as well. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way from inside. You know... Yeah, I think the culprit also... Yeah, the culprit did leave the virtual world in order to commit the murder, but they didn't... Again, they didn't physically strangle Miu. I think... They like, switched bodies with her. They messed with the cords so that they would have Miu's avatar, and that's how they were able to, they messed with the cords so they were able to appear as other players in the game. And that's why, like, That's why people who should have been on one side of the river were on the other, and why Mew got rid of the bridge. Something hitting the chapel wall. We all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Mew's avatar. That's when you went to log out, to check Mew's real body, correct? But when we went to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. While we were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up. I see. Thank you. That testimony sounded important, especially about how they couldn't cross the river. Because if they weren't able to cross, then no one could have gone between the mansion and the chapel. And this helps us narrow down the people who could have come into contact with Mew. Who could have come into contact with Mew at the chapel? I'm pretty sure Kokichi did it, though. I mean, maybe not, because again, why would the game make it that obvious, but... I just want him to die already. Gonta, are you alright? Are you still depressed about Mew? Come on, don't be such a Debbie Downer. Oh, Gonta, I want to know what you think. Rare, I know, but who do you think is the culprit?
Gonta, not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why this happen? Why Mew killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything. But Gonta frustrated and sad. Gonta no could protect Mew.
He seems all over the place right now. Oh man, he can't think at all when he's like this. But Gonta doesn't seem to be lying. I'm pretty sure he's telling us the truth. Well, I guess a big dum-dum like Gonta doesn't have the brains to lie in the first place. Don't talk about him like that. I'm so disappointed in you, Gonta. When I first met you, I thought you'd be more useful.
Sorry. Gonta so sorry. Gonta sorry he no could protect Mew.
Gonta, if you feel that bad about it, then stop blaming yourself. Help us find the culprit instead. Oh. that was Kokichi. If you feel that bad about it, then stop blaming yourself. Help us find the culprit instead. This is the culprit's fault anyway, so pull yourself together and help us, okay?
Okay, Gonta understand. Gonta do his best to find culprit. Gonta definitely do his best this time.
Yep, now that's the spirit. Now Kokichi is encouraging him? I really don't know what Kokichi is thinking.
Shuichi, I gotta explain, just so you don't misunderstand.
Explain what? You're talking about how you logged out by yourself, right? Okay, let's hear it then.
Why are you...
Feel free to lie, of course. Exposing lies is the real pleasure of this game, after all.
Huh? What?
Kaito, just ignore him and talk to me, okay?
About the whole logging out thing, I didn't really get it myself. When I was looking for the secret of the outside world on the rooftop, a circle lit up under me. I was suddenly sucked in, and before I knew it, I was logged out.
The same thing happened when I used the phone to log out. How did that happen on the roof? And what happened after you logged out?
Everyone else was still logged in, but I didn't know if it was okay for me to log back in. So I went back to my room and slept. Since it was dawn, I was pretty tired.
And the body discovery announcement woke you?
Yeah, that's right. I heard it and rushed back here.
Do you remember what condition Mew's body was in when you logged out?
Nah, I didn't pay attention to that, so I don't know.
You didn't notice anything wrong? Like whether she was dead or not?
Like I said, I don't know.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to object to the contradiction in that testimony, right? So I just need to object to the contradiction in that testimony, right?
I said I'm not lying. Tell him, Shuichi.
No, Shuichi, in order to find the truth, you can't be biased. Hey, Monotaro, what's going on with you? This place is upsetting my stomach. No, you're endangering our entire existence as mascot characters. Monotaro. Maki was working on the computer, her hand moving the mouse around rapidly. You know how to work that computer, Maki?
No, not really. I've never used this program before either.
I see. I imagine that would be difficult to understand unless you were an expert.
But I did find the text file regarding this program. It has info about the program's basic features, but other than that, there's not much.
Huh, so what did it say? If you don't want to tell me, then at least tell it to Shuichi.
According to this text file, the killing game simulator used a certain program as the base. It's called Neo World Program.
Neo World Program? Never heard of it.
In this killing game simulator, objects can't break. Your body's 5 senses are connected to your avatar, and your avatar cannot be harmed. But any damage inflicted on your avatar will be transferred to your body in the real world.
That matches what Mew told us.
If your avatar receives fatal damage, then your real body will die from shock.
From shock? Huh, this is the first time we're hearing about this. If someone receives a fatal injury in the virtual world, then they die in the real world. Well, your 5 senses are connected, so it makes sense you'd feel the same amount of pain. So it wouldn't be too surprising if you died from the fatal injury. But the more important question is, why did Mew keep such an important detail a secret? That is strange. I have no idea why she wouldn't mention such an important detail. Did she hide that from us on purpose?
That's all it says about the virtual world's basic features. The rest of the virtual world is the same as the real world, including the laws of physics. Warps and special transportation like mounts do not exist.
So you can only move around using her avatar. She should have added warps and mounts to the virtual world.
That's all it says in this text file.
Thank you, Maki. That was very helpful. But is the info in the text file correct?
What do you mean?
I'm not doubting you or anything, Maki, but I'm just saying that the file could have been rewritten. It's possible someone rewrote the original info with false info, you know? But to determine that, you need extensive knowledge of computers. This looks like a job for me. What? Huh?
Some people say they like cucumbers better pickled.
I won't get in the way. In fact, I want you to let me help with the investigation. Help with the investigation? Monotaro, what are you saying? Come on, please. Won't you let me help with the investigation? Ever since I forgot I'm bad with computers, I'm good with computers now.
That logic doesn't make any sense.
You can't, Monotaro. We're not allowed to help the participants. As mascots, we gotta stick to that rule. I don't give a fart about the rules. I want to help everyone. I want to avenge my dead mommy. Your mommy? You mean Mew? No, Monotaro. You've forgotten again. You've forgotten that she's not our mother. And you've forgotten about the important person you need to protect. Shut up, you pig. I'm busy avenging Mommy's death. How sad, but it looks like this is goodbye. I love you, but there's someone I need to protect. Goodbye. Alrighty then, let's do this. Do what?
I don't care either way. If you want to help, then that's fine.
It's true, I suppose, but... Thanks. I'll do my best for Mommy's sake. Wait, perhaps we should... He's doing his best for his dead mommy. I'm so touched. Alright, fine. I'll leave it to you then. I suppose I have no choice. Alright. I'll start analyzing the computer right away. This dinky little computer is no match for my hands. God, his hands are going at such an intense speed that the friction is creating fire. I've already analyzed a few things. Already? The text file is consistent with the original program. It doesn't look like it was altered. Also, I found this, too. This looks like the information of when everyone was logged in and out. There's no sign that this was altered either. It's definitely accurate information. Could you show it to me? It really does have everyone's login and logout times recorded. Okay, so let's see here. So Kaito was the first one to log out. And then Kibo after him. Okay, nobody logged in between 11:06 and 5:17. Okay, so whoever killed Mew, assuming it wasn't Kaito, did it without logging out whatsoever. I don't think it was Kaito, though, because like, we saw Mew alive and well before well before we logged out. So, and, you know, whoever killed her didn't log out. I don't know. Like, there is a chance that maybe Kaito switched bodies with her, but I don't think that's the case. Aside from you, everyone is logged in and out once. Then it would appear that no one secretly logged out and then logged back in. Then my main concern becomes Kaito. He logged out ahead of us. No, it couldn't be him. Also, there's something else I noticed while I was analyzing the program. It looks like some parts of the program were rewritten. The program's been rewritten? Obviously, Mew wasn't the only person capable of doing that. So which files did she rewrite and what did she change? I'll analyze that, of course, but it's gonna take a little time. Well, as long as it's done by the class trial, then Shuichi will be able to avenge Mew. He's just saying whatever he pleases. Alright, then I'll keep on analyzing the crap out of this program. You're so reliable. Yeah, way more than you. Can you believe Monotaro's on our side now? And all for his recently deceased mommy? I'm so touched. I can't stop crying. The Mono Cubs loved her so much. I'll never forgive the culprit who killed Mew. My brother in Christ. Do I even need to say it? I've been wondering, what was this secret of the outside world that we were searching for anyway? That's true. We got sidetracked by Mew's murder case. We never discovered what that secret actually was. We couldn't find anything in the chapel, and you found nothing at the mansion, right? No, Tsumugi and I couldn't find anything. I didn't find anything either. That's probably the same with Kaito and Gonta too, right? And knowing them, if they had found something, they would have told us right away. Yes, they would have. Unlike you. Wow, Shuichi, did you hear that? The robot's being sassy with me. Did you know, robots don't need warm blood to function, so they become cold like this. That's why he's more concerned about the secret of the outside world than poor Mew. He told us he wouldn't cry even if he couldn't cry even if he wanted to. He went so far as to stage his dramatic reaction. That's not true. I'm hoping we can discover the truth too. You're a pretty advanced robot. You can be sassy and make excuses. ended up like this after all. I had a bad feeling ever since I thought I saw Mew from the dining room window.
You thought you saw Mew?
Yeah, I told Shuichi about it. There's a small window in the dining room. Maybe 10 minutes ago I looked through it, and I thought I saw Mew.
Huh, so you saw Mew then?
I thought I must have been mistaken, since she should have been by the chapel.
You're only saying you were mistaken, so you could... You're only saying you were mistaken so you don't have to feel as guilty.
Huh?
If you had been positive it was Mew, then you could have done something sooner. You could have prevented her death, you know?
That's
just speculation, Kokichi. You can't judge in hindsight. Well, we went a little off topic there. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something. What did you do after you thought you saw Mew?
I thought I was mistaken, but it really bothered me, so... About 10 minutes later I told Shuichi, and while we were talking about it...
Huh?
What was that sound?
It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
We heard a loud noise and rushed out into the entrance hall. For now, let's go outside and check.
Oh no.
What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
Kibo's voice, huh? Wasn't he at the chapel? He was, but Tsumugi and I are positive it was his voice. We heard Kibo from the entrance hall, but he should have been at the chapel. What? That's weird, because you shouldn't be able to hear anything between the chapel and the mansion. Even Mew said that. Yeah, you can't hear anything at all while you're inside the map loading point.
You're right. The sound shouldn't reach through the map loading point. So how did we hear Kibo's voice? How are we able to hear Kibo at the mansion if he was at the chapel?
Maybe someone's lying.
Lying?
By the way, Kokichi, did you hear the loud sound or Kibo's voice at all? I'm not sure. I must have not noticed because I was too busy searching. You're lying to his face. Kaito, you keep interrupting me when I talk. Do you like me or something? Who would like you, dumbass? I was interested in Shuichi's conversation. My conversation? You heard Kibo's voice when it should have been impossible. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, what I said before was pretty much everything. After that, we headed back to the chapel to see what happened. We saw Gonta as we left the mansion, and the three of us went to the river together. That's when we met up with Kokichi. And then we used the signboard that I found as a bridge. What about it, though? Did you notice anything? I suppose not. I see you're working hard. Looks like you're starting to take this game seriously, Kaito. Shut up. Okay, is that everything? Small bottle. There's something on the seat. It's a small bottle. I feel as though I've seen this before. This is yours, right, Shuichi? Mine? No, I guess it's not yours, but it is from your lab. That's right. This was in the Ultimate Detective's lab. Yeah, it's that poison. So you know about this, Kokichi? Of course, because I already checked it. We are in a killing game, you know? If there's poison and tricks prepared, then of course I'd investigate them ASAP. Is that? No, it's not so I can use them. I check in case someone else uses them.
Is that really true? By the way, did you see the label on the back of this bottle? The label? According to the according to the warnings here, this poison's pretty lethal. It becomes neutralized once it's mixed, so it has to be taken directly. But when it's taken directly, the victim will immediately die, even if they only sip a bit. Which means if you could get the victim's mouth open, you could kill them instantly. I can't imagine a better method of killing someone who's logged in. By the way, I should tell you what symptoms this poison causes. It causes a small blood vessel under the conjunctiva to explode, which makes the whites of your eyes turn blood red. Bloodshot eyes. That's important information. Well, that's everything about this poison. Am I doing a good job? Maybe it's time you acknowledge me as your partner. I thought I remembered you saying that you didn't want to be my partner. Did I? Well, sometimes I lie without even thinking about it. Seriously. Anyway, who brought this poison? Do you think the culprit did it? Who brought the poison? I can't be certain yet. But I do know that the poison was left on that person's chair. I suppose I've investigated everything that I can here. You done investigating the crime scene? So do you know who the culprit is yet? No. This might not actually be the crime scene. Yes, injuries in the virtual world could be fatal in the real world. Meaning there is a possibility that she was killed in the virtual world. Which means the next area to investigate should be the virtual world. We should go there again. Huh? I just read your mind, didn't I? I did, right? Right? If that's the case, then I'm coming too. Oh, great, he's coming. You must really like me, huh? Say whatever you want. I don't have time to waste on you. If we go back to the virtual world, we might find some new clues. With those, I might be able to clear my name. May I join you as well? I also think we should investigate the virtual world again. Why don't we all go? Oh, so I get to be that avatar again? Huh? Did you actually like the avatar after all? I'm going to stay here. He's still in the middle of analyzing the program. Go to search this place some more. This is no time to be sleeping. That's not what we're... Well, that's fine. Then I'll stay here too. What? Surprise? You gonna get lonely without your partner? But I'm busy too, you know? I have to watch Maki in case she tries to do anything deceitful. Deceitful? Well, you and Kaito are pretty close, so you might do something deceitful for him, right? Good thing Gonta's here with me. Your glare is too scary to handle alone. Gonta would risk his life to protect me from a murderer. Huh? Hey, if you keep saying messed up crap like that, I'm gonna kick your ass into orbit. It's fine. Just ignore him and hurry to the virtual world. Kaito, let's just focus on solving the case for now. Fine. Thank God. I don't like violence. The ultimate supreme leader would rather sneak around. So anyway, I'll leave the virtual world to you, Shuichi. But I'm not exaggerating when I say this class trial can only be solved by you, okay? Your talent can save these useless people here, you know? Who you calling useless? Enough already. Kaito, let's go. Kaito, Kibo, Himiko, Tsumugi, and I prepared to enter the virtual world. Pills here. We picked up our helmets once again, sitting in the same seats as before. So the red cord goes on the right side, and the blue cord on the left side, yeah? Yeah, let's do that. Right is the hand I hold my chopsticks with. I gotta be sure to get it right. If you're that worried, why don't you use one that's already set up?
We place the devices on our heads and flip the switch. Okay. Well, that's playing. I'm gonna wipe my nose. Welcome to the Neo World program. Oh yeah, I was hoping for this. Fucking chiptune version of Despair Searching. Oh, it's my avatar. Look, my avatar. So you liked it after all.
So we're back here. Apparently we always arrive in this room together when we... apparently we always arrive in this room when we log in.
Mew said that logging in and out isn't possible unless we're in this room.
Then how did I get logged out while I was on the rooftop?
Yes, we need to investigate that area too. First, we're gonna check Mew's avatar, right?
I think her avatar is still near the chapel.
Then let's head out to the chapel.
Okay, I guess I'll just check the rooftop by myself.
I should check the map before heading to the chapel. The two maps on the wall, one of the mansion, one of the world. I'll check the map of the mansion first. The first floor has the salon, dining room, kitchen, and bathroom. The second is the roof. We split up when looking for the secret of the outside world. Kokichi had the salon, Sumugi the dining room, Kaito the roof, and Gonta the outside. This is the map of the entire virtual world. The world is surrounded by walls in all four directions. There's a loading point in the middle, so the map is split in two. No sight or sound can pass through the map loading point. To get from the mansion to the chapel, you have to go through this point. You also have to cross the river that runs parallel to it. That's how this world is designed. It's strange. I feel as though there's some secret to this. This map was made by Mew. Is that what's bothering me? I understand. Looking at maps makes you feel calm, doesn't it? Huh? You're the type of kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't you? I never did anything like that.
Don't forget we're here for you, bro. You're not alone anymore.
You don't need to withdraw into a shell, you know? I'm so proud of you. You make friends with real people, not maps. I'm investigating. Just investigating. First, I should head to the chapel. Dog, the rooftop is right there.
Oh, Shuichi, could you please come with me?
What happened?
I found something strange. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion regardless. It's right this way.
This is toilet paper, right? Why would it be in a place like this?
It's cold here.
Huh?
My initial thought was someone may have come here to defecate. Probably Mew.
No, I don't think that's it. I don't think avatars have bowel movements. I don't have to go at all.
I didn't realize that. That never occurred to me, as I do not need to expel solid waste in the real world. I'm sorry.
Wait. It's strange. Why would toilet paper be in a place like this? Could this be related to the case?
I apologize for earlier.
Dad, no need to apologize. I'm not quite certain why he's apologizing anyway. I knew it was gonna be like this, but it's cold. If it's snowing this much, any clues might get buried. Maybe that's what the culprit wanted.
Huh? Why is the bridge here? Hey, isn't this the signboard that Mew threw into the river?
Whoops, my hand slipped.
It's not some other signboard, right? She said there's only one of them.
It's definitely the same. I brought back the one that was stuck in the on the rocks in the river.
Oh, so that's what happened.
But there's something strange, or there's something bothering me. The rocks that the signboard got caught on weren't on the chapel side of the map. They were on the mansion side. What about that bothers you? It just got washed into the chapel to the mansion, or it just got washed from the chapel to the mansion, right? From the chapel to the mansion? That's odd. The flow of the river...
Hey, think later, bro. Let's get moving.
Alright, for now, we need to investigate the scene.
The scene of the crime has not been altered since I found her. So there's no possibility that someone tried to tamper with the crime scene afterwards.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's just like how we left it. I'm pretty confident in my memory. I memorized a magic spell that would take a whole year just to chant. If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know.
No, thank you. I do not think I could wait a whole year.
A logged-out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged. Look at all this stuff scattered around. What happened here?
That's what we're gonna start investigating right now. Isn't that right, Shuichi?
Right. What's wrong, Kibo? Something bothering you?
I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to this case.
You heard whispering?
Yes, I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered to the chapel and dispersed to begin searching.
Oh yeah, before we split up, I want to ask you something, Mew.
It would seem Kokichi and Mew had made plans to meet each other.
Meet each other?
Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned.
Then those two met on the rooftop?
But it's strange, right? If they were planning to meet on the mansion's rooftop, why did Mew bother to search the area around the chapel?
That is true. If they were meeting on the roof, she would have wanted to search the mansion.
Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. She was searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. And with no bridge to cross the river, she could not have gone from the chapel to the mansion.
That's true. Something strange about this. Hey Himiko, could you tell me about when you found Mew one more time? Yeah, we were looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel. But since Mew volunteered to check outside the chapel, she was separated from us. A while after we started the search, we heard a really loud sound outside. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way from inside.
Something hit the chapel wall?
So we all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Mew's avatar. And then we all tried to go to the mansion to log out and check Mew's real body.
but when we got to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. Then while we were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up. Thank you, I got it. There must be some clue in that account. This is a hammer. Why would there be a hammer in this world? I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons. Mew said she deleted dangerous objects. I can't imagine she'd miss a hammer. Was Mew lying? But why would she lie? Is this a cell phone? What, there are cell phones in this world? But what could they be for? That's it. It's a phone, so... A cell phone? I can't believe there's something like this here. Kaito, perfect timing. I'd like you to help me out with something. I want to test something out. Help you out? Of course. I'd never say no to a favor from my sidekick. Thank you, Kaito. So what do you need me to do? You don't have to do anything. You just have to stand here. I just gotta stand here? Kaito Momota. He logged out, just as I thought. This can be used to log out just like the phone in the salon. And this proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves. If you just say their name, you can log out anyone you like. I see. Thanks to Kaito's help, I'm starting to pin this down. I bet Kaito was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden. I should apologize for that later. Mew's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. If the body disappeared, we couldn't investigate. The avatars never show injuries, so they stay the same. She still looks almost alive. Her face is so pretty here, isn't it? It's hard to believe she's dead. Yeah. Is this a piece of lattice? Why is this here? Yeah, that is a mysterious object. It's a wooden mat. They used to be common in bathrooms. I didn't see anything like that at the chapel. Where did it come from? Not from the chapel? Then why is it here? Yeah, I just figured it out with my magic. Huh? You did? Maybe someone used that instead of the signboard to cross the river. That someone is the culprit. No, I don't think so. The river current's pretty fast. Even if you did use it to cross, there's no reason it would be here. I know that. I was just testing you a little. Why would you want to test me? But what does this mean? What's something like this doing here? I'm not positive why this lattice is left here, but I'm sure that it must have something to do with the case. Okay, I've finished my investigation of this area.
Shuichi, it would seem we're finished investigating this place.
Yeah. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask. Can our avatars hide objects? That seems like you can put stuff in your clothes here too, just like the real world. I see, just like the real world. So what are we gonna do next? Are we going back to the real world already? Before that, there's one more place I have to investigate. The mansion rooftop.
Very well then.
The place Mew and Kokichi were supposed to meet. The place Kaito logged out. I'm positive it has something to do with this case. There should be clues there. I don't really get it, but if you want to investigate, then let's go do that, Shuichi. Yeah, you're right.
Shuichi, everyone is counting on you, including myself. Please give the class trial everything you've got and see us through to the end. And I'll do my best as well, of course.
And I as well.
I can at least do that. I'm a detective, after all.
Love how his Ahoge is jiggling as he runs. Look at it go!
Hey, Shuichi, what was that all about?
Kaito, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to see if you'd log out using the cell phone.
Then tell me first. That was bad for my heart. I suddenly got logged out and I panicked and rushed back here.
Sorry. Come on now, that's enough. Don't interfere with the investigation.
I wasn't interfering. Wait, why'd you guys come back here? Did you already finish investigating?
I wanted to investigate the rooftop next.
Huh? What's important about the rooftop? Wasn't Mew at the chapel the whole time? We found her on the ground next to him.
Now, let's believe in Shuichi's reasoning. Shuichi can do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective, after all.
If you're gonna be like that, then do whatever you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever. But Shuichi is my sidekick. In other words, his deductions are my deductions. And my deductions are his.
What are you, some credit-stealing bully?
Well, I'm gonna investigate Mew's avatar since I got interrupted last time.
Sorry.
Well then, let's go to the rooftop. Let's go to the rooftop.
Yeah, we should.
I keep thinking that's the door.
Mew and Kokichi were supposed to meet on this very rooftop, and the person in charge of searching this area, Kaito, was forcibly logged out. This area must have something to do with the case. I see.
What's wrong, Tsumugi?
Look at that doorknob. It's locked.
It is. It's a thumb turn lock.
Easy to lock. Seems like you can't lock it unless you're on the outside. And look, the keyhole on the side is on this side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around?
Not necessarily. I've seen this before. To prevent you from locking yourself out.
Is that so?
This rooftop has a lock on the door. That's important information.
Kibo, did you find anything?
This is difficult. There's nothing here that seems to resemble a clue. But Mew should have arranged to meet with Kokichi here. I thought we could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop. But unfortunately, there are no clues which indicate that.
Did Mew ever come to the roof? That is an important question. Hey, Kibo, I want your opinion on something. Do you think you could get up and down from this roof from outside the mansion?
No, that would have been very difficult. The rooftop is rather high. Even the edge of the roof is roughly the height of a 3 to 4 story building.
Yes, certainly too high to jump.
Which means it would have been impossible to climb up from the outside.
That means the only way to this rooftop is the stairs. What's wrong, Himiko? When Moitas happen in a mansion in the snow like this, there are always locked room mysteries created by piled up snow, isn't that right? But it's disappointing that you can't leave footprints in the snow in this world. Is that something to be disappointed about? The storage room. It's a little different from how I remember. Yeah, the thing's missing. It feels as if something's missing, but I wasn't paying close attention the first time, so I don't remember. It's like I knew when we found it by the chapel that it would be missing from here. It might not be directly connected to the case, but I should inspect these binoculars. I can see if this building's at the top of a hill. And I can see past this point because of the map loading point. Or I can't see past this point. But that is strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the world? Something doesn't seem right. I've inspected everything here. All that's left now is...
Oh, there you are. I was looking for you.
Maki, why are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program.
Monotaro finished analyzing the program, so he told me to gather everyone.
He finished? We should probably head back. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right? Yeah, you're right. I've investigated everything I needed to.
Well then, we'll head back first.
I don't wanna say goodbye to my avatar. Did you like it that much? We should go too. What's wrong?
Well, you're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. All the others think so too.
What?
I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Saihara before you're detective. Don't ever forget that. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I threw away my identity as Maki Harukawa to be an assassin.
Thank you, Maki. Was she being considerate just now? Right, the salon. It's just you and me. We should log out too.
By the way, did something happen between you and Kaito?
What?
When he logged out a little while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood.
I'm sorry, that's probably my fault.
I don't know what happened between you and Kaito, but that idiot is simple, so I'm sure he'd forgive you if you just apologized.
Shuichi Saihara. I pulled the device off my head, and the real world appeared before me. Well, Shuichi, isn't the real world way better than some virtual reality? Anyway, I felt lonely without you around. Apologize for making me feel unloved. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. I totally didn't draw anything on your tummy while you were logged in, okay? What? I'm kidding. So what is it you wanted to ask? You planned to meet Miu on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting her? Oh, so you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive, Mr. Ultimate Detective. Then I'll tell you what happened. I never met up with Miu. I couldn't get to the rooftop because it was locked. Locked? After I gave up and went back to the salon to search for the secret of the outside world. Is that true, Kokichi? Are you doubting me? Can someone verify that you were at the salon the entire time? Did you meet anyone there? No, I don't have a witness. But you can also say there's no witness who can prove I wasn't there. Unless you saw the salon empty yourself. Well, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not. But you shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners. Which one is it? Did Kokichi meet with Miu or not? Is he lying or telling the truth? Which is it?
I've been waiting for you, Shuichi. I'm sure Maki already told you, but I finally finished analyzing the program. I'm starting to put together a lot of important facts, so here they are.
So he really is trying to be our friend. A little bit, at least. First, the person who tampered with this program was Mommy, like we suspected. Mommy has an eccentric way of writing her code, so I knew it was her right away. I guess her personality wasn't the only eccentric thing about her. So what did she tamper with? A few things, but I'll share the first one with you. It looks like Mommy deleted a lot of objects from this killing game simulator. She said that she deleted anything that could be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer? That's true, only the hammer was left. But why was it left, The way the program was written makes it seem like she did it on purpose. On purpose? Did she add anything? We found a cell phone in the virtual world. No, that cell phone was an original feature of the program. That implies Mew hid that fact from us, which means all Mommy added were the 2 maps. The rest was already part of the program. By the way, while we're talking about objects, I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard to cross the river, but should we have used something else as a bridge? I didn't really see anything that could have been used as a bridge to cross the river. So only that signboard could have been used as a bridge. So what's the next thing she tampered with? Well, it looks like she also tampered with certain parameters of the program. Parameters? Everything in that program is categorized as either a human or non-human object. Of course, everyone's avatar was assigned the human parameter. But for some reason, Mommy gave her avatar the non-human object parameter. And what happens when you become an object? Well, the difference is only for identification purposes, so it probably didn't affect anything. But if it didn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out of her way to do that? Perhaps that was something to do with the next thing she tampered with. Mommy added a wall that didn't originally exist in the program. The coordinate of the virtual world is represented on an x-axis and a y-axis, and it seems Mommy added a wall that runs the length of the y-axis. She created an additional wall? There were walls in all 4 directions, and 2 down on the y-axis. But you're positive there was only one? Yep, it's definitely the only one. What does that mean? Which wall was the one Mew added? What was the world like originally? Mew said there wasn't anything past the wall. Was that another lie? Also, it looks like that extra wall was given a special setting. A setting that allows non-human objects to pass through it. It allows objects through? I see, that's very interesting. So are those all the things she tampered with? Oh, there's one more thing. So one of you guys also had a strange setting given to their avatar. A strange setting? Yeah, the setting that made it so they would be unable to move if Mommy touched them. So if Mew touched them, their avatar would be paralyzed? Who was it? It was Kokichi. It's me? I didn't know that. Well, duh, I wouldn't know. I never touched Mew in that world. I see. I didn't even notice.
Are you implying that you've touched her in the outside world?
That's all I have to report. Well, do you think it'll help you guys out? That helps a lot. Thanks. Oh, I should probably tell you this, too, though it's probably not related to the case. Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in. I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange, though. What kind of error could it be? That's important information. Guess it's trial time. What the fuck? Okay, everyone. Time for the class trial. You know, that thing where everyone stands in a circle and talks about the dead body. Low energy? Me? No, I'm excited, really. I'm just taking a little break right now. When I'm done, I'll be my usual energetic self. Yep, I'll be way more energized. Anyway, that's all. You seem like you're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know.
But it's gonna start, huh? We can't stop it anymore.
No, we can't.
This is all I can tell you guys, but I don't want any of you to forget. I'm your friend.
Huh? He just decided that we're friends?
Thank you. Going to feel relieved.
Don't worry, Monotaro. Shuichi will get revenge for Miu's death. And he'll get that revenge by finding the culprit among us. He's right. The culprit is someone here.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. When this class trial is over, I hope we can all get to know each other better.
Yeah, that's the kind of line that triggers a death flag.
I want a fresh start. I want to make up for my past mistakes.
That too.
Meeting you all has really... Sorry, it's nothing. I'll save it for after the class trial is finished.
Yeah, the flag is rising.
What was that? I think I heard something over there. I'll go check it out all by myself.
It's waving in the wind.
Quit screwing around. Let's hurry up and go. Gota do his best too. Gota do his best to be even a little bit useful to everyone.
I'm so excited. I'll definitely expose the culprit this time.
What's so exciting about this?
With conflicting emotions in our hearts, we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. Hold up.
Goodbye, my sweet princess.
Okay, Shrine of Judgment, Shrine of Judgment. There it is.
Oh, God!
Looks like that's everyone.
Oh, this everyone, huh? There's a lot less of us now.
This is just half of what we started with.
Because we've allowed this game to continue, we must stop it somehow.
But we can't stop now. We can't let the fun end.
Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one. Let's focus on surviving this class trial first.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'd just be the culprit left. That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all died, then the killing game would end.
Don't say stupid crap like that. It's pointless if we all die.
Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side. Yeah, it's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work. Yeah, I'll do my best. Yes, I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. And I'll never let that happen.
Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense.
What?
Didn't I tell you before? Shuichi, don't carry the burden all...
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaizo?
Huh? What's your problem?
You're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through the class trial, okay? We're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through the class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him. I think that's the most annoying thing you can do to Shuichi, you know that? What do you mean? I'm not...
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Whoa, Killer Girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick as Kokichi turned around, dejected.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll. Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other.
My bad. Sorry. Kaito, I'm okay. I know what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you and won't say anything else. But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro.
Thank you, Kaito.
Okay, so finally all that dialogue's done with. If you enjoyed this video, then no further actions required on your part, and we will see you at the trial.